Hi there. My name is Elizabeth. Yes, just like Pastor Elizabeth. Don't you think it's fun when two different people have the same name? Maybe you know of someone else who has your name, or maybe not. Either way, you are the only you in the whole wide world. God made you to be just who you are right now and right here, and I can hardly wait to meet you in person to learn more about you and about what you like to do. I like to tell stories and to draw pictures, and I'd like to share one with you right now. So I moved to New York just a little while ago, and so I am far away from my parents and my old friends, and I miss seeing them. And now here we are all staying home to keep each other safe and well, but that means that we can't play outside with our friends at school, or see our teachers, or even hug some of the people we love the most. And I'm wondering if that has been hard for you sometimes. I have felt sad to be away from my friends and even a little bit lonely to be away from my family. But a long time ago, a wise teacher of mine told me that whenever you feel sad or lonely, spend some time outside and see if God might tell you a story. So last weekend I did just that. I went to a new place for me, to Lake Onondaga Park. Maybe you've already been there. And I set out to walk along the edge of the lake. And it felt so good to see some of the pink and white blossoms coming onto the trees and to smell the freshly mown green grass and to hear the birds singing after the long winter and the geese honking. But I'm learning something about my new home here. It rains and snows a lot. And sure enough, it started raining. And do you think that I had remembered to bring my raincoat? No, I did not. So I ran to the nearest shelter to wait for the rain to let up a bit. And I said to God, well, God, here I am. I'm wet and I'm cold and I feel disappointed and sad a little bit. Could you please tell me a story? And as I watched and waited, I saw some Canada geese, the black and white ones, running around by the edge of the lake and eating in the grass. And suddenly I saw a flurry of little yellow fluff balls. They look like little tennis balls with feathers running around in the green grass willy-nilly. And I realized that the fluff balls were actually little baby geese. They're called goslings. So I heard one of the grown-up geese say, honk loudly and spread out her wings like this. And with that, all of the little goslings skittered around and came over and hunched up beneath the goose's wing to get out of the rain, just like two big umbrellas. And then very gently, the goose gently sat down, making sure that all of the babies were protected and warm and that nobody got squished. And I laughed and I felt myself be warm and happier. And then I came home and I drew the geese and the goslings. I drew a picture and here it is. Wonder if you can see it. Can you see that? There they are. Look at that. Look at that. Wait, this is hard. Look at that one's little fluffy bottom running in, trying to get under. And they all did make it. All of them got underneath. And so God had told me a story and I came home and illustrated it. That illustrated means that I drew a picture to help me remember the story. And this story is in the Bible too. Jesus talks about wanting to gather all of God's children under his wings, like a hen gathers her chicks to protect them and keep them safe. And in many ways, God is doing that right now. If we have a house to stay in, a nice roof over us, we can think of that as being under God's wings. Or if we have someone with us right now, we can hug them close and feel God's love. For me, well, you and your church have gathered me in under God's wings to welcome me to my new community. And did you know that you can be God's wings too? All you have to do is to think about anyone who might be needing some love right now. Maybe it's a grandparent or a friend at school who might sometimes feel left out. We can call them up on the phone or just to say hi, or maybe draw them a picture like I like to do and put it in the mail. Send it to them. But one of the things that I like to do at bedtime is to get my favorite blanket, which I have right here, and I like to pull it up over my head to make a little fort like this. And I get all nice and cozy, and I pretend that I am one of the little baby goslings hiding under God's wings. So if you have a blanket nearby or a grown-up to hug you under their wing, or maybe if you can just imagine the feeling of snuggling up warm and safe with someone who loves you or loved you, take a deep breath and just relax into this warm sensation. And now that we're all gathered safely, let's pray together. Loving God, thank you for making goslings and geese and so many wonderful things. Thank you for keeping us safe and sound under your big, comfy wings. And as we peek out, help us look for the lost, for anyone needing a friend, and give us the grace to make room for one more and invite them to come on in. Amen.